This song is saying, may your holiness live long and give us teachings from the line unwavering, firmly established throne. So next program is singing the national anthem of Tibet and India with musical accompaniment.
투기 뒤수민 최유 최매 마와 탐제경
You lead everyone, whether believers or not. on the path of peace.
사딩 게덴 용조기 나다 직된 시대 대변 첨부 표미 용기 gwenggebdan lana mebe uti jinor khonsa kyamgwen gewe wangbo thamje khenjing sigba chimbu chola khosum khuicha
So we pay our due respect with our body, speech, and mind to Your Holiness and the head lamas and all the dignitaries, the guests, chief guests, honored guests, and the public. His Holiness has been giving his teachings on love and compassion, preservation of Tibetan culture and religion, and the four major commitments. His Holiness has been working hard on these. So this year we declare that this year will be the year of compassion in honor of His Holiness His Holiness the Dalai Lama's birthday. So we now present begin this function.
Reverence and heartfelt joy that we gather here today on July 6, 2025 to celebrate a monumental milestone, the 90th birthday of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama, a global icon of compassion, wisdom, and peace. On this auspicious occasion, we pay our deepest gratitude to His Holiness the Dalai Lama for his tireless dedication to the promotion of our shared human values. His unwavering commitment to fostering interfaith harmony has illuminated paths of mutual respect and peaceful coexistence across cultures and religions around the world. We honor his lifelong devotion to the preservation of Tibet's unique cultural heritage and environment, and his extraordinary efforts to revive the ancient Indian wisdom that continue to enrich modern thought and ethical discourse. Above all, we recognize his visionary leadership in guiding the Tibetan people during their darkest hours. In the face of displacement and exile, His Holiness offered hope, strength, and direction, transforming the fate of an uprooted community into a story of resilience, renewal, and global advocacy for justice. Today, in the auspicious presence of the heads of the Tibetan Buddhist sects and Pen tradition, distinguished guests, and general public, we gather here to witness the launch of the Year of Compassion and to celebrate 9 decades of a life so profoundly lived in service of others. Happy 90th birthday, Your Holiness. The world is forever grateful. Pyoge kapchimbe getar kayin su tingzu nangyu thang pyoge doga sowa nengaru da che pyoge kapchimbu da gyagagi gelu bygyu. Let us begin the official ceremony with hoisting of Tibetan national flag by Honorable Sikyong and Honorable Chief Guest Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh, and rendition of Tibetan national anthem and Indian national anthem led by Tibetan Institute of Performing Arts.
팀 쏘지 마라.
Pögegi Gewe Kodun Chushi Luyang Pugyu, presentation of Godun theme song in Tibetan language.
This song says you were born in Dzongkha region and came to the central Tibet, completed your studies of Buddhist philosophy, and then your enlightened activities have spread around the world from the land of noble beings, India, Aryavata, and we celebrate your 90th birthday. We pray for your long life, your holiness. You are our root guru. On this 90th birthday celebration, we pray for your long life. Today, this day is an auspicious day for us. Our root guru, Tenzin Gyatso, may your wishes be fulfilled. Our root guru, Tenzin Gyatso, may your wishes be fulfilled. Our root guru, Tenzin Gyatso, may your wishes be fulfilled. May you live long.
Tuchena, DJ la permitting Zugi Pende, Sikyong Chone, Tucheng Modregi Sungshenangyu. I would like to request Honorable Sikyong, Central Tibetan Administration, to deliver the introductory remarks. Dinsila.
Harje Siji Zugen, Jigden Shide to Komsum Choi
The
Giebo,
crown jewel of
Anjon Pemi Hage,
men and
Hajo
gods,
Namju,
champion of peace in the world, the unexcelled leader of Tibet and Tibetans, and the leaders of religious traditions of Tibet, and with due respect to everyone,
Hebegi Yapshi, Concord Namatang, Manzu Kaosum Ubegi,
His
Pemi
Holiness the Dalai Lama's family members,
Leje,
and the CTA staff and leadership,
Kundre, the Zamlin Chok Hasan Pebe,
and all the guests from around the world, to everyone on this occasion of the 90th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. We, the Kashak Cabinet Ministry and the Central Tibetan Administration, together with Tibetans inside and outside of Tibet, we greet you on this occasion. So because we have a limited time to finish this, I will not read the Kashak speech. It is there in both English and Tibetan. Please look at them. And during this short time, I would like to introduce our guests, where they have come from and who they are. The essence of the Kashak speech or statement is, so on 4 different occasions, we have the 4 different commitments of His Holiness the Dalai Lama having been put into action. So my speech focuses on the 4 commitments of His Holiness in essence. So I would like to focus now on to speak in English.
All the head of the different Buddhist traditions, spiritual masters, invited guests, the Central Tibetan Administration leadership, all of those who are participating in this celebration from all around the world, hearty greetings from the Central Tibetan Administration on behalf of the Cabinet and personal self. Very, very hearty greetings and congratulations to His Holiness for his 90th birthday. I will not spend much time on, I will not read the Kashak statements at all because we have very limited time. It is in the written format. It combines all the 4 statements that Kashak has made over the last year on His Holiness' 4 principal commitments. I can only say that if all of us who are present here and who follow His Holiness the Dalai Lama practices those principal commitments, then we can definitely make this world a better world to live in. So I will not deliberate much on the statement of the Kashak, but I would rather spend the remaining time to welcome all the guests who have come from different parts of the world. Before doing that, I must apologize to all those who may prefer to be personally, physically present here in the presence of His Holiness to celebrate. But unfortunately, as you can see, we have a very small place here in Dharamsala to fit in everybody. And this is also monsoon season, so we don't have the privilege of holding the event at a larger venue. So let me greet each of our honored guests who have made this ceremony more elaborate, I think, because of their presence. First, if I may, Shri Ravi Ranjan Singh Ji is the Union Minister for Panchayati Raj, Ministry of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy, and we have 2 Union Ministers. Another one is Shri Kiran Rijiju, also the Union Minister for Parliamentary Affairs and Minority Affairs. We have known each other for a very long time, and he has been very supportive of Tibet over so many. Please, a hearty welcome to the 2 Union Ministers. Then we have Honorable Chief Minister Pema Khanduji from Arunachal Pradesh. When I contacted him many months ago to be part of this celebration, his response was, "This is a blessing for me to be part of this celebration." And Arunachal Chief Minister is the only Chief Minister in India who says that we don't have border with China, but we do have border with Tibet. So a hearty welcome to Honorable Chief Minister and his family and a group of 30 members from Arunachal Pradesh. Then we have Sonam Lama Ji, who is the Ecclesiastical Minister from Sikkim. In fact, Chief Minister Prem Singh Tamang Ji was supposed to come here, but unfortunately because of some other engagement, he could not be. So Sonam Lama is representing Sikkim. Then we have Shri Tashi Gyaltsen La, who is the Chief Executive Officer of the Ladakh Hill Council. And we have 12 other members of the Ladakh Hill Council who are present here. Then we have Shri Tapir Gaoji, Honorable Member of the Lok Sabha, and also co-convener of the All-Party Indian Parliamentary Forum for Tibet. And he has, in the very recent past, been very, very actively involved in all Tibetan matters. And we have Honorable MLA Purba Tsering and our Sudhir Sharma Ji, also representing this constituency from Himachal Pradesh. A hearty welcome to Sudhir Sharma Ji. And we have Ms. Eliska Zigova, Ambassador of the Czech Republic, with us here today. She's behind the pillar, so many of you may not see her. I'm so sorry, many of our guests had to change their travel plans because of the weather here. Many had to cancel their flight tickets, and Ambassador Zikova also had to come by train, and she reached around midnight last night. I hope you are fresh enough. Then we have also Ms. Adam Podola with Ms. Zikova. Then we also have a Member of Parliament, Harshna Rajakaruna from Sri Lanka. A warm welcome to you, sir. And Private Secretary to Mr. Rajakaruna. Then we have a huge American delegation, 3 members from the Department of State. In fact, 4 were supposed to come, but 1 could not catch the flight for some reason. And then we also have 3 staffers from the U.S. Embassy in Delhi. So can I welcome Ms. Bethany Paulos Morrison? She is the Deputy Assistant Secretary to India and Pakistan. Mr. Riley Barnes, he is Senior Advisor to the Undersecretary for Political Affairs, but he has now been nominated for Assistant Secretary's post. Very welcome to Riley. Yeah. And the third person from the State Department is Julie Turner. She is the Acting Deputy Assistant Secretary, Bureau of Democracy, Human Rights and Labor. The 3 of them have worked diligently for over several months to get part of the USAID funding, which I consider as a collateral damage when the United States decided to cut foreign assistance to all other countries. So Bethany and Riley and Julie have been working very hard to get some of the budget back, and we got the $7 million back. Thank you very much, Bethany and Riley, for doing this. The 3 staffers from the U.S. Embassy are Dan Robbins. Dan has been working with us for many years, and now he's being transferred back to the United States. And we also have Shirin Singh and Ajay Dayalji from the U.S. Embassy in Delhi. Then we have Mr. Tom Fraser, Program Director of Interparliamentary Alliance on China. Very warm welcome to you. Then we also have Mr. Gianni Vernetti and his wife, a former Deputy Minister for Foreign Affairs from Italy. A warm welcome to you also. And then, of course, all of you know Richard Gay. A very warm welcome. Richard has been lock in step working with us through many, many years, and we all know that he's sacrificed so much for the cause of Tibet, and he's accompanied by his son, Homer Gay, Richard's son. Now, Homer is being groomed to support Tibet in the future, following his father. Then we also have Mr. McAdams, a former U.S. Congressman, and his wife. Thank you very much for being here. Then all other members of the council members of the Ladakh Hill Council I have already announced, and among the Indian dignitaries, VIPs, we already mentioned. We also have Mr. Ankit Sharma and his team from the Indian government who are part of this celebration. Then we also have the acting liaison officer and 4 former liaison officers who have served with His Holiness for many years. They are also here as part of the celebration. Then we have Mr. Hemraj Bajwa, who is the Deputy Commissioner of Kangra District. He and his office, and also Madam SP, we have to depend on them for all the local needs here, and you have been very, very cooperative. And thank you so much, all all of you and your staff in your office. Thank you so much for being here also today. Then we have two people who produces or direct movies. One is John Negro Pontes, and the other was Rosemary Rawcliffe, who are also present here. And their movies will also be screened at the cinema hall that we have reserved for 8 and 9 in Lower Dharamsala. 5 movies will be screened there. We have friends from Germany, from the Friedrich Naumann Stiftung, Dr. Carsten and his team, and also a representative from the German consulate here in Delhi, the Senior Minister Council. Thank you for being here with us here. We have been working for more than 34 years with the Friedrich Naumann Stiftung on promoting and developing democracy in exile. Thank you very much, Dr. Carsten, and all your leadership in Germany for supporting us for so long. Then we have Tashi Albertini and Manuel Bauer, who have filmed this movie called The Wisdom of Happiness, one of the latest movies based on His Holiness interview. And that has been widely appreciated, and I'm sure every one of you will get this opportunity to watch the movie. Thank you, Manuel Bauer, and your other friends for making this film, and Richard La also for co-producing the movie and promoting the movie everywhere around the world. Then we have our Chinese friends from the United States and also from Taiwan, one of whom will also have the opportunity to make an offering to His Holiness. So welcome all our Chinese friends. And then we have also some guests from the Himalayan American Foundation from Nepal. So thank you all very much. If I've left anybody's name, I'm so sorry because there's so many names. And the 3 messages that we will play during this occasion are the former presidents, President Obama, President Clinton, and President Bush. They have sent messages, and we have a long list of dignitaries from around the world who have sent messages to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, but we will not be able to play all of this, but some of it we will play during the cultural programs that we will follow on the 7th, 8th, and 9th. And in conclusion, I take this opportunity to thank His Holiness for his presence here, and all the dignitaries for, despite all the difficulties, I know Minister Rajiv Ji had to come by road from Chandigarh, Kiran Ji had to come from Pathankot, and Chief Minister Khandu Ji had to come from Amp because of the weather. We are sorry we cannot control the weather, but nevertheless, apologies, many apologies for all the difficulties that you faced to reach here, and to be able to grace this occasion is a huge privilege for us. I want to thank all the head lamas of all the traditions for being here from 30th till today. And we have had a very successful religious conference where His Holiness sent a video message, and we are very thankful to His Holiness for accepting to continue the institution of the Kandem Phona institution. Thank you so much. Thank you.
May I request His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama to address the gathering.
Ja, da tør jeg.
So today, my dear Dharma friends,
제가 다 조고 살게
and all my friends, to all my friends, I wish to say that
구슬레베 총각
it is my 90th birthday celebration, and you have happily and with great excitement gathered here, and with joy in your heart, very strong joy in your heart, you have gathered here. I'd like to thank you for that. So His Holiness is thanking everyone for having gathered here with joy in their heart. So as far as I'm concerned, I have a human life, and as humans, it is quite natural for us to have love with one another and to help one another. And particularly since we came from a country where Buddhism, where religion and spirituality has spread, there is a strong sense of brotherhood and sisterhood amongst us. The main practice is, as said in Shantideva's Bodhisattvacharya Avatara, the bodhicitta. So, on my part, I reflect on Shantideva's Bodhisattvacharya Avatara, the Bodhisattva way of life, considering all sentient beings as my friends and relatives. And I always think of serving all sentient beings to the best of my ability. And so on this 90th birthday celebration of me, you have come here with great joy in your heart. So thank you. So the more number of people gather, the more the number of people gather, and the more joy expressed from their heart, I also feel inspired, because I practice bodhicitta, the spirit of enlightenment, and because many people admire me. Instead of that, if I had thought, or if I had focused on selfish goal, that people to get people's admiration, then instead of that, my focus on serving others, holding others dearer than myself, really helps me to gather people around me and to have their admiration. So bodhicitta is really powerful practice, and together with it, to complement it, I practice the view of emptiness. So combining these two principles of bodhicitta and the view of emptiness on a daily basis, I am establishing the foundation for my full enlightenment, Buddhahood, with these two principles, bodhicitta and the view of emptiness. So, in front of the Jo statue in Lhasa, Jokang, the main statue or image of Buddha, in front of this statue, I had taken from Dada Rinpoche, my tutors, Dada Rinpoche, Ling Rinpoche, and Jebje Rinpoche. I took the bhikshu vows. So I have kept and observed this bhikshu vow that I have taken in front of Jo very well so far. And I practice my bhikshu vows with the help of, together with bodhicitta. So, when I do my practice of bodhicitta, well, I would not have to regret at the time of my death. So rather, I would be able to die very peacefully. So I'm now 90, and during this, so far, I have practiced bodhicitta, and I have also reflected on the shamatha and vipassana as well as I can. So when I reflect on my life, in retrospect, I see that I have not wasted my life at all. But as having the title of Dalai Lama, I have no pride or arrogance. So as a follower of the Buddha, a bhikshu, a monk, follower of the Buddha, to serve people, the public, and to serve the teaching of the Buddha, these are my main practices. Until now, with bodhicitta, genuine bodhicitta, of course, have to come gradually, but I live my life in the service of other sentient beings. So with this motivation to serve others, for the welfare of others, the more I do this, the greater the positive response from others, expressing joy towards me. So on this 90th birthday celebration of me, on this program, many people have gathered here. You have not come out of obligation, but with a deep sense of reverence and deep sense of respect to me and joy. You have come here, so I would like to thank you all. The more you admire me, love me, the more you should. I would like to appeal to you to make bodhicitta and the view of emptiness your practice more and more. So thank you.
I would like to request Honorable Speaker of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile to address the gathering.
Derindire doalha do jebin gansho tsunda manjiba kongjong shenro kunji medo kongla popi lakal pancho shana pemi noro.
We are today commemorating a day of outstandingly high importance, marking the 90th birthday of His Holiness, the Great 14th Dalai Lama, the Lord of the Victorious One, whose name just stated in its wholeness to spell out what he fully means is Jizn Jambangala Sashti Tigyatsa. I would like to greet the head lamas of the different religious traditions, the chief guests, and others.
여기 공코르 넘바 겐 콘데 넘바당 모조 제라
the staff of Central Tibetan Administration, and all the family members of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, and the public. The Jizin Jabeng all of San Yishi Gatsus is one Yatsumbar Mebede Sambo. His Holiness embodies the so we are commemorating his 90th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I'd like to extend my greetings to His Holiness. So born on the 6th July 1935 in the village of Thaksar in Dzongkha area of eastern Tibet in Dome province, and named in his childhood as Lhamo Dendrup, the birth of His Holiness was a purposive one, aimed at carrying forward the works of his predecessor on the basis of the signs and symbolic appearances, as well as prophecies received from visions which appeared on the sacred Amulato lake in Tibet. He was recognized as the reincarnation of the previous Dalai Lama. Most strikingly, the recognition was reinforced by and confirmed beyond all doubts on the basis of the child's instant remembrance of the facts and events from his predecessor as the Dalai Lama, which led to its being ushered to Lhasa, the capital of Tibet, to be installed on the golden throne in Potala Palace. From about the end of year 1949, Communist China began its armed invasion of Tibet. The development plunged the peace-loving people of the country into an immediate danger of the devastating turmoil. As a result, on the 17th of November 1950, the entirety of the beings, both in the human and divine realms of Tibet, ardently prayed to the 16-year-old great 14th Dalai Lama, beseeching that he assume the temporal and spiritual supreme leadership of Tibet. Given the criticality of the tragically bad situation Tibet found itself in at that time, His Holiness had no choice but to ascend to the throne. Then in 1951, the Communist Chinese government asserted nothing but threats of brute, outright force to compel representatives of the government of Tibet to sign in Beijing what came to be known as the 17-point agreement. In such a situation, His Holiness sought to establish amity with the government of China on the one hand, while initiating a modernization of political and social structure of Tibet on the other hand. For this purpose, he set up in 1954 a reform office, while undertaking other forms as well. Particularly in 1956, he, for the first time, established a public grievances investigation department. Ultimately, however, because the government of China entirely disregarded, even trampled on the 17-point agreement, and also plotted an existential harm to His Holiness the Dalai Lama, His Holiness was forced to flee into exile with his entourage in 1959. Immediately after arriving in India, His Holiness engaged with top leaders of the government of India to seek their support and assistance in general terms. This was directed at protecting the unique religious and cultural identity of Tibet, for which purpose religious abodes, rehabilitations, settlements, education centers, and so forth were newly established. In particular, His Holiness ensured the continuance of the contemporary government of Tibet and re-established its various offices, and the type of government he envisaged was one long cherished by him in his mind, an untrammeled embrace of path towards the excellence of democratic system. And so in 1968, he established for the first time Tibetan parliament, with its members directly elected by people with the accumulation of experience over the course of living in exile. His Holiness took a series of decisions in the following decades that included merging the different offices of government's administrative bodies. He established a law-making parliament that exercised supervision and control over these offices while also passing laws and rules and regulations. And for ensuring proper administration of these laws, execution of these laws, His Holiness established a judicial body. These institutions exist in the form of central bodies with network of subordinate offices at various local levels. To it all, in a nutshell, His Holiness established for the first time in Tibetan history a full-fledged democratic system of governance, complete with all the three pillars of democratic setup and requisite autonomous bodies that are integral to it. Likewise, His Holiness also established for the first time in exile fully equipped centers for the learning, practice, and promotion of various cultural traditions of Tibet that constitute parts of what are popularly referred to as 5 major fields of knowledge and 5 minor ones of Tibet. Today, people of other nationalities across the world have also developed interest in them and actively taken to study and practice them. In these ways, His Holiness has taken numerous initiatives in exile that are nothing short of historic in their importance and relevance, and by all these, by also taking steps to internationally publicize the issue of Tibet, he has helped to ensure the adoption of historic resolutions on Tibet at various national and international forums that include the United Nations Organization. He reached out to establish friendship with people of other religious faiths across the world, initiated the popularization of education in secular ethics, took Buddhist teachings as basis for holding dialogue with experts on modern science, established conference of top religious leaders of Tibet representing all schools of faith, institutionalized the system for the conferment of Geshe Ma decree, and took the final step for fully democratizing the Tibetan government system by ensuring that its top leaders appointed by election through popular franchise, the Gadamporan government that exercised authority over the entirety of the Tibet territory, was established in 1642 by His Holiness Fifth Dalai Lama. The great Fifth Dalai Lama was able to continue its existence in exile even after the revolutionary change that transformed the entire situation in Tibet. Even so, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, by taking cognizance of the totality of the entire situation, including changes in time and realities of international trends as well as the ultimate long-term interests of Tibetan people, decided to, in the year 2011, to devolve his political authority to leaders directly elected by the Tibetan people. His Holiness thereby brought to an end the nearly 4 decades long Gadamporan rule over Tibet. These are numerous other steps to present important examples of His Holiness Dalai Lama's global significance of achievements.
Tushena bande sozo DJ la mixe kunduen geji pödön legui kangi genzin lenzogi sozo kushab Richard Gere la nesungshenangyu.
I request our special guest Richard Gere, Board Chairman, International Campaign for Tibet, to deliver his remarks.
Tashi Dalek, what a joyous, joyous day to celebrate this extraordinary life of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. But also the presence of all the extraordinary people here, the spiritual community, the secular community, all these wonderful diplomats and representatives from around the world come here to pay their respects to one of the most extraordinary people who have ever
walked on this planet. Now, I know His Holiness famously doesn't really care that much about birthdays, but we care about birthdays, but especially this birthday. I know from His Holiness's point of view, every moment is a birthday. Every breath is a birthday. Every heartbeat is a birthday. That's what He's taught us. And that's what we should be living, with this openness and love and compassion for all beings. I mean, my own life is a pretty typical Western life. And I think I'm speaking for all the Westerners who are watching this online right now, or however you watch these things. We've never seen someone like this, who totally embodies selflessness, complete love and compassion and wisdom. We've never seen a human being like this. And I grew up a Christian, and certainly we understood compassion from our teacher, Jesus Christ. But I don't think we've understood this combination of compassion and wisdom until we encountered His Holiness the Dalai Lama. So I'm going to keep this really short because there's so many speakers. But Your Holiness, on behalf of all of us and as Westerners, there was something very sweet that I saw at a religious conference a few days ago after the proclamation that His Holiness agreed to continue the institution of the Dalai Lama. But many of the lamas who spoke out when there was an open discussion were openly declaring, look, His Holiness the Dalai Lama doesn't belong to Tibet anymore. His Holiness belongs to the world. And He belongs to the universe. And although this body, this extraordinary, precious body of His Holiness the Dalai Lama is now 90 years old, of course, His Holiness is Chenrezig. He's outside of time and space, beyond all concept. The most extraordinary biped to ever walk on this planet. Thank you, Your Holiness.
Thank you. DJ la mixe kunje lada region yargel henzo gi chikep tashi genze chone sungshe nangyu. I request our special guest Tashi Gelsen, Chief Executive Councillor, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, to deliver his remarks.
In the heavenly realm of snowlands, the source of all good and happiness, Tenzin Gyatso, Lord of Avalokiteshvara, may you live under the space until samsara comes to an end.
August presence of Your Holiness, respected Venerable Rinpoches and Venerable monks and nuns, today's chief guest, Shri Rajiv Ranjan Singh Ji, the Honorable Union Minister. We also have Honorable Union Minister Shri Kiran Rijiju Ji, the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh Shri Pema Khandu Ji, the Honorable Minister from Sikkim, Venerable Sonam Lama Ji, Honorable Sikyong for Central Tibetan Administration, Pemba Singla Ji, and my colleague in the Hill Council Leh, Honorable Tashi Namgyal Yakzi, Your Holiness, in the Council, we have created a new portfolio for the Tibetan community, and my colleague, Mr. Tashi Namgyal Yakzi, is looking after that. And also the Honorable Councillors from LHDC Leh, foreign delegates, and other dignitaries present here, the devotees who have come from all over the world, Tajdileg and Jule, today it is my profound honor and privilege. I, on behalf of the people of Ladakh, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council Leh, and my esteemed colleague present here, to extend our warmest and heartfelt birthday wishes to Your Holiness on your 90th birthday. We are truly fortunate to celebrate this auspicious occasion in your presence. Your Holiness, your life and teachings have been a beacon of compassion, wisdom, and hope for all humanity, and especially for us in Ladakh. On this very special day, I wish to express our deepest gratitude for your unwavering support, guidance, and blessing that you have showered upon the people of Ladakh over the years. In times of difficulty and uncertainty, when we are part of the erstwhile state of Jammu and Kashmir, development seemed a distant dream then, but your spiritual presence gave us strength and hope. Your teaching uplifted our spirit and inspired us to preserve. Your Holiness, your charitable activities have touched countless lives in our region. Through your esteemed institutions such as TCV and SOS schools, you have opened the doors for education to the underprivileged, not only among the Tibetan community but also for Ladakhis. Many of our youth who once studied in these schools have risen to serve our society with dedication. Some even as counselor in LHDC Leh, who are working with me now, and some of them are present here today as well. Their achievements are living testament to your vision and compassion. Today, as Ladakh stands as a union territory, we are grateful to the Government of India for restoring our autonomy and enabling us to fulfill our aspirations. We are now empowered to extend support and equality to all our people, including the Tibetan community who have made Ladakh their home. In past 5 years, we have undertaken numerous developmental projects, including more than 40 crore rupees allocated to Tibetan settlement residing at the various parts of Ladakh. And we have ensured that all government welfare schemes are accessible to everyone in Ladakh, which also includes the Tibetan community. Your Holiness, this is but a small token of our gratitude for the love and support you have given us in our times of need. It is now our turn to give back and ensure the well-being of all who resides in Ladakh, and I reiterate that which this also includes the Tibetan community. As a devoted Buddhist, we the people of Ladakh fully endorse the statement of His Holiness Dalai Lama regarding the reincarnation, which he has rightly entrusted to his own wisdom and discretion. In our belief, it is ultimately the individual Lama and his karma that determine how and whether the Lama returns. We deeply respect and uphold this sacred tradition and the spiritual practices that guide it. We are overjoyed to know that you will soon be visiting Ladakh. Your Holiness, I take this opportunity to formally welcome you once again and assure a comfortable stay. During your visit, we look forward to sharing with you the progress we have made in this Union territory and the positive changes your blessing have inspired us, including in this new Union territory, what we have done for the Tibetan community. In honor of your 90th birthday, we have dedicated the month of July as the month of compassion in Ladakh. Various charitable activities are being organized by our departments to spread your message of love and kindness. Your Holiness, we bow down to your compassion and wisdom on behalf of all the people of Ladakh once again. I extend my deepest gratitude and heartfelt greetings to you. We pray for your long life and continued guidance. Thank you. Tuje Chijul.
Tujichena Gushab Sonam Tashi Gelsen la. Dichel ya Chedu Kunju Dejonga de Churi Lunchen Sonam Lama Chone Sungshenangyu. I request our guest of honor, Sonam Lama, Honorable Minister of Ecclesiastical Affairs, Public Health Engineering and Water Resources of Government of Sikkim, to deliver his speech.
Kyabge Gyawarimbochi Kui Tungkar Nangla Denjon Chachilimpo PS Golechu Denjon gi Misi Changma gi Korane Kui Jipe gi Kuru Tungkar na Kambense gi Tashi Dile Kyabge Jinorpu Kutsering Kuchupege Melam Tetiri Jomling Yongye.
On behalf of the Chief Minister of Sikkim and the people of Sikkim, I wish to greet Your Holiness on this 90th birthday celebration. And to everyone gathered here, I greet you on this. With Tashi Delek, I greet you all on this occasion.
भारत सरकार के
The Indian government
माननीय मंत्री
minister
श्री
Shri
किरेन रिजिजू जी
Kiren Rijiju
सिर्फ नॉर्थ ईस्ट का पहचान नहीं है हम लोग देशवासी बुद्धिस्ट
Kiren Rijiju is not only the face of Northeast India, but all the
देश के रूप में यहाँ देख के
people of India.
खुश है आपको बहुत
I'm very glad to see him here,
यूनियन मिनिस्टर
and also
राजीव रंजन
Rajiv Ranjan,
को भी
Union
यहाँ
Minister.
देखने के अवसर और मिलने के अवसर मिला और सिक्किम
I'm
और
very
सिक्किम में जनता की तरफ और हमें
glad to have this
जितना भी
opportunity
देश
to
में
meet you here.
बुद्धिस्ट लोग हैं, सभी के तरफ से बहुत बहुत धन्यवाद देना
From all the
चाहता
Buddhists
हूँ।
of Sikkim,
और नॉर्थ
I would
ईस्ट
like to greet
अरुणाचल
you,
के चीफ मिनिस्टर
and then Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, who is also a Buddhist,
आज विशाल भारत देश के
and
youngest चीफ मिनिस्टर है
he is the youngest Chief Minister of India.
इस होलीनेस के पुनीत अवसर पर यहाँ
So on this occasion of the 90th birthday celebration of His Holiness the Dalai Lama,
चेहरे जी के साथ प्रार्थना भी करता हूँ
I would like to pray to you,
जाए और
to His Holiness Dalai Lama Chenrezig,
वैसे ही लद्दाख और
and
अन्य देश और विदेश
I
से
wish to
आए हुए
you
सभी
to
सभी को बहुत
represent all the
धन्यवाद और
Buddhists,
साधुवाद देना चाहता हूँ
and together with that I would like to
तो नहीं विश्व में और
request the
संसार में
Ladakhis also to do that.
इस होलीनेस के पुनीत जन्मदिन के पुनीत
So
अवसर
the
पे
90th birthday of His Holiness the Dalai Lama is being celebrated around the world,
सेलिब्रेशन कर रहा है ऐसे
not only here in India, but also in Sikkim.
इस
We-
होलीनेस के पुनीत अवसर पे
We are celebrating this
प्लांटेशन
auspicious
और सिक्किम का
celebration,
जनता इकट्ठा होके
auspicious
इस
birthday
होलीनेस के
celebration.
बर्थडे मना रहा है और मेरे साथ भी सिक्किम के काफी लोग यहाँ आया है
So
और
together with
कल्चर
me,
प्रोग्राम भी, रात को
Many
प्रोग्राम भी
Sikkimese
है
people
और
have come
इस होलीनेस
here,
के
and there will be a
आशीर्वाद
cultural program also being,
विशाल भारत
which will be
देश को तो
performed
वही
by
है
them.
और विश्व में भी इस होलीनेस के आशीर्वाद के कारण से आज
So, due
हम
to
लोग
blessings of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, we are all gathered here. His Holiness's blessing is not only limited to India, but around the world.
इतिहास सब कम को जानता होगा इस होलीनेस पांचों अवतार के तरफ से सिक्किम के साथ रिलेशन है
So, the fifth Dalai Lama had a special connection with Sikkim.
आशीर्वाद के कारण से
And in Sikkim today, due to the blessings of His Holiness, the Dalai Lama, we live and we are alive, and many monasteries and temples
पांचों अवतार इस होलीनेस
exist
के
in
जवाहरलाल
Sikkim.
नेहरू को सिक्किम में भेज के
The fifth Dalai Lama sent the Gyawalhachin Chemo to Sikkim and
बोल के पांचों
to spread the Buddhist religion.
पांचों अवतार ने सिक्किम में भेज के आज सिक्किम गर्व के साथ
So,
कह सकते
because
हैं,
of that,
हम लोग
we feel very
इस होलीनेस
grateful
के
to
कारण से
His Holiness.
आज जीवित और आशीर्वाद के स्वरूप यहाँ पर है इसीलिए सिक्किम और इस होलीनेस का रिलेशन पहले से है मैं चाहता हूँ भविष्य
So, the
में
relationship
ऐसे
between
रहे
His Holiness the Dalai
और
Lamas and Sikkim has been going on for centuries. And in Sikkim, we have Sikkimese and Nepalese and Tibetans and all the different peoples living in Sikkim. We live together like mixing milk with water. We're inseparable. And we
इस होलीनेस के
I pray that we live like that. And on this 90th birthday celebration of His Holiness, I wish to greet everyone. And with the blessing of His Holiness, we have received so far, and I pray that His blessings continue. We continue to receive His Holiness's blessings.
Sonam lamala tuchena DJ la chedu kundre Arunachal nga di chikep lunche pema khandu chone sungshe tha chino konskem goyen chimbucho la chedu chunga gi chada da shitsi pilam shugyu. I request our guest of honor, Shri Pema Khandu, Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, to deliver his speech and present a memento and a citation to His Holiness.
Most revered embodiment of compassion, His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, and family members of His Holiness. Present here, head of all Buddhist traditions and various religious heads, chief guest of today's functions. In fact, we are blessed to have two union ministers as chief guests, Shri Ravi Ranjanji and Shri Kiran Rijijuji, Honorable Sikyong Shri Pempa Sringla, Mr. Richard Gere, Chair International Campaign for Tibet, Reverend Lama Sonomla, Honorable Minister for Sikkim, Shri Tapir Gaonji, Honorable MP Lok Sabha, co-convener Joint Parliamentary Committee for Tibet Cause, Shri Tashi Gelson, Chief Executive Councillor, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, Honorable MLS from Arunachal Pradesh, representative of Central Tibetan Administration, and I can see many international distinguished guests have arrived here, my dear friends and well-wishers of His Holiness. It is with immense pride and great reverence that I join you all today to commemorate the 90th birth anniversary of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, a towering spiritual figure and global icon of peace, compassion, and moral courage. His Holiness' life and teaching have profoundly shaped not only the Tibetan world, but have transcended borders and touched millions of hearts across the globe. He is a true apostle of peace, advocating tirelessly for non-violence, interfaith harmony, and universal responsibility. In the world of increasingly marked by division and discord, his voice remains a beacon of wisdom, clarity, and compassion. Awarded the Nobel Peace Prize in 1989, His Holiness continues to inspire us with his belief that true strength lies not in power but in empathy, that humanity's greatest resource is kindness. His unwavering effort to preserve Tibetan culture, language, and identity have not only kept a spiritual legacy alive, but also highlighted the critical ecological and cultural significance of Tibet, the third pole and the water tower of Asia. India is especially blessed to be His Holiness' second home. He has often expressed his deep gratitude to ancient Indian masters from Nalanda traditions like Nagarjuna, Shanta Rakshitaka, and Atisha Dipakara, and is committed to reviving their profound teachings for modern times. Over the last 6 decades, thanks to the far-sighted vision of His Holiness, all major Tibet Buddhist sects have found a place of refuge and revival across various parts of India. This remarkable effort not only safeguarded the ancient traditions of Tibet, but also empowered the entire Himalayan region to preserve its rich religious and cultural heritage. For this, we remain deeply thankful, Your Holiness. We in Arunachal Pradesh share a unique and sacred bond with His Holiness and the institution of Dalai Lama. Our tradition goes back centuries to the time of the great 5th Dalai Lama. under whose patronage the historic Tawang Monastery was established. We take great pride in the fact that the 6th Dalai Lama, Seyang Gyatso, was born in Tawang, a reflection of our deep spiritual connection. His Holiness has visited Arunachal Pradesh several times and have left lasting mark on our cultural and spiritual fabric. His historic journey through Kenzamani of Mount Tawang way back in 1959 enshrined our collective memory, and His Holiness' teachings have influenced our governance philosophy. We draw inspirations from his principles of compassion and non-violence in shaping policies that promote harmony and collective well-being. Our investment in value-based education, including monastic schools, are guided by his belief in educating the heart to create happy and responsible citizens. In today's world, plagued by conflict and polarization, His Holiness' message of inner peace and ethical living hold even greater relevance. As he often reminds us, lasting peace is not built on fear, but on moral understanding and inner tranquility. It is with immense joy that we celebrate His Holiness being conferred the title of Peerless Teacher of 21st Century, a tribute long overdue. At this moment of celebration, we welcome the joyous and unwavering support to the recent reaffirmation by His Holiness on the continuation of the institution of Dalai Lama. The historic declaration has brought clarity and comfort to the millions and millions of people, especially the Himalayan Buddhist community, and reaffirms our collective commitment to uphold the traditional Tibetan Buddhism process for the recognition of his reincarnation in line with the guidance of Ganden Phorang Trust. This decision is not just spiritual, it is civilizational. It reinforces the value of religious freedom, cultural autonomy, and the sacred responsibility to preserve the spiritual heritage for future generations. On behalf of the people of Arunachal Pradesh, particularly the Mon region and the larger Buddhist fraternity of the Himalayas, I offer our deepest gratitude and full support to His Holiness. We stand by his vision, we cherish his teachings, and we pray for his long, healthy, and joyous life. May his light continue to guide humanity towards peace, understanding, and harmony. Long live His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Boi Gyalo, Tashi Dile, and Jai Hind.
The citation reads, citation offering long life prayers to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. With profound reverence and heartfelt gratitude, the people of Arunachal Pradesh extend this humble citation to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama Tenzin Gyatso, honoring his unwavering commitment to peace, compassion, and spiritual wisdom that has illuminated lives across the globe. Since his first arrival in India through the serene lands of Tawang in 1959, His Holiness has shared a deep and enduring bond with Arunachal Pradesh. His numerous visits and religious teachings, attended by tens of thousands of devotees, have been a source of immense inspiration and spiritual rejuvenation for the people of the region. His Holiness's teachings on secular ethics, inner peace, and universal responsibility have transcended cultural and national boundaries, fostering a global movement towards compassion and understanding.
His emphasis on genuine friendship, grounded in awareness and empathy, resonates deeply with the values cherished by the people of Arunachal Pradesh. In reverence to these extraordinary contributions to humanity and to his special bond with Arunachal Pradesh, we humbly offer to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama our heartfelt prayers for his long life, expressing our deepest gratitude and unwavering faith in his mission of peace and enlightenment. May his teachings continue to guide us toward a more compassionate and harmonious world. Presented on 6th July 2025 at Dharamshala, Himachal Pradesh, on the auspicious occasion of the 90th birthday of His Holiness, Pema Khandu, Chief Minister, for and on behalf of the people of Arunachal Pradesh. Thank you. DJ la kundin zo yaga ushung gi chezo le den gi lunchen kushap Kiren Rijiju chone sungshen nangyu. I request our chief guest Shri Kiren Rijiju, Honorable Union Minister of Parliamentary Affairs, Government of India, to deliver his speech.
नमस्कार तसीदले परम पावन दलाई लामा जी के चरणों में नमन.
I pay my respect at the feet of His Holiness the Dalai
His
Lama.
Holiness Paran Pawan the 14th Dalai Lama, all the honorable religious heads of different sects of Tibetan Buddhism and Bon tradition, Honorable Yeshi Wangmola, the Supreme Justice Commissioner, Central Tibetan Administration, Honorable Khenpo Sonam Thamphel, Speaker of the Tibetan Parliament in Exile, Honorable Sikyong Penpa Tseringji, Central Tibetan Administration, and the chief guest and my senior minister colleague, Union Minister of Panchayat Raj, Animal Husbandry, Dairy Development and Fisheries, Government of India, the Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Pema Khandu ji, the Honorable Minister from Sikkim, Sonam Lama ji, Chief Executive Councillor of Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, Tashi Gyaltsen ji, Sri Richard Gere, the Board Chairman, International Campaign for Tibet, the members of parliaments, MLAs, dignitaries, the members from the CTA, from India and abroad, present on this auspicious occasion, all the media friends from India and abroad, all my Tibetan brothers and sisters inside India and outside Tibet, ladies and gentlemen. Today, with deep reverence and boundless joy, I join millions around the world in wishing His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama a most happy and joyful 98th birthday. This is a celebration of a remarkable life dedicated to compassion, wisdom, and non-violence. Your Holiness, you are more than a spiritual leader. You are a living bridge between ancient wisdom and the modern world. For over 7 decades, you have carried the light of Buddha's teachings with humility and clarity, guiding not only followers of Tibetan Buddhism, but people of all faith and backgrounds towards a more compassionate and ethical way of life. In a world strife with conflict, your message, embodied in how you continue to lead your life, assume even greater and more urgent significance. It is a matter of pride and honor for India and Indians to have you in our midst. As we mark this milestone, it is important to honor the deep historical relationship between India and Tibet. When the great masters like Santa Rakshita and Padma Sambhava journeyed from India to Tibet in 8th century, they planted the seeds of dharma that would flourish in Tibetan soil. These teachings, rooted in profound Nalanda tradition, were preserved, practiced, and expanded by generations of Tibetan scholars and yogis. On behalf of people of India and government of India, I bow down at his lotus feet and wish him a very happy birthday and a long life, so that he guides us all and the suffering humanity with this great compassion. Your Holiness is undoubtedly a visionary statesman and a spiritual master whose influence extends to global ethics. His teachings on compassion, mindfulness, and interdependence resonate with the people of all faiths and backgrounds. His application of Bodhisattva ideals in modern leadership, combining wisdom, pragya, and compassion, karuna, skill in the use of means in diplomacy, leading by example through Buddhist practical universal practices, is unique. His Holiness the Dalai Lama is one of the most revered, admired, and worshipped global spiritual leaders and the most honored guest of India. We feel blessed for his presence here in our country, which he regards as his Arya Bhumi. His Holiness the Dalai Lama profoundly calls himself the son of India, and he is one of the greatest ambassadors of the ancient Indian knowledge. He has always held the view that India can make significant contributions towards world peace through inner peace by utilizing ancient Indian knowledge and combining it with modern education. He has time and again reiterated the need for India to revive its ancient knowledge. As a devotee myself, and on behalf of all the millions of devotees across the world, I want to emphatically state that whatever decision taken by His Holiness the Dalai Lama, the established conventions and traditions, we will fully abide by it, and we will follow the directions and the guidelines to be issued from the institution of the Dalai Lama. I feel proud and I'm very fortunate to have closely followed His Holiness and his Dharma teachings and the words of wisdom for humanity. I diligently follow His Holiness statements and speeches and his travels across the world, being showered with love and affection wherever he went, breaking the barriers of religion, culture, race, and tradition. I am one of the privileged ones who had the occasion of attending the 80th anniversary of His Holiness' birthday in 2015 here. And now I am totally blessed to return back to Dharamshala to attend the 90th birth anniversary of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. The Tibetan communities in India have been peaceful. They have made positive contributions in many ways. I have been regularly in touch with the Tibetan friends, members of Tibetan community, to listen to their problems and try to solve them from time to time. I've always held the view that there is need for us to contribute significantly towards the cause of Tibetan people. I have strongly been a strong votary of extending Government of India's welfare schemes to the Tibetan community who have lived peacefully over the decades in India. And I want to reiterate, my office, my house is open for the Tibetan brothers and sisters forever. At this moment, I am reminded of my visit to Bodh Gaya in January 2023, when I was one of the fortunate ones, blessed by His Holiness to have laid the foundation of Dalai Lama Center for Tibetan and Indian Ancient Wisdom in Bodh Gaya in his very presence. The institution serves as a global center for conducting education, research, and other programs to promote the study of ancient Indian thought and visions. To conclude, I would like to say that His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama transcends the barriers of all religion, national, culture, race. The Tibetan people, the people of Himalayan region, the Dharma followers, and the people of this world need the continued presence of the institution of His Holiness the Dalai Lama. I wish him all the very best for his good health, pray for his long life on the auspicious occasion of his 90th birthday, so that His Holiness continues to bless and guide us and come out of sufferings and lead a dharma life of peace, happiness, harmony, and compassion. Lastly, I would like to appreciate the declaration made by the Central Tibetan Administration. The decision to celebrate 6 July 25 to 6 July 26 as the year of compassion, to express our deepest gratitude to His Holiness the Dalai Lama for his tireless efforts in promoting basic human values through practice of compassion, fostering inter-religious harmony, preserving Tibetan culture, and protecting the environment, and reviving ancient Indian wisdom of Nalanda tradition. I once again thank the CTA for adopting this resolution, and once again on behalf of the Government of India and people of India, my colleague Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh ji, I feel totally blessed to be here on this very, very auspicious occasion of 90th birthday celebration of His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama. Thank you very much. Tashi Delhi.
Thank you. Dichela Kundunzo Yaga Ushungi Tongdil Henzogi Lunchen Kushab Rajiv Ranjan Singh Chone Sungshenangyu. I request our Chief Guest Sri Rajiv Ranjan Singh, Minister of Panchayati Raj and Minister of Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairying, Government of India, to address the gathering.
Pavan Pavan, the 14th Dalai Lama Ji, honorable religious heads of all different sects of Tibetan Buddhism and Bon tradition, Honorable Mr. Yeshi Wangmo, Supreme Justice Commissioner of CTA, Honorable Khenpo Sonam, Tenfel Speaker of Tibetan Parliament of Exiled, Honorable Sikong Sri Pempa Teringji, Central Tibetan Administration, Sri Kiren Rijuju ji, my friend and my colleague, Honorable Minister for Minority Welfares and Parliamentary Affairs, Government of India, Honorable Chief Minister of Arunachal Pradesh, Sri Pema Khandu ji, Honorable Minister of Public Health Engineering and Water Resources, Government of Sikkim, Sri Sonam Lama ji, Chief Executive Councillor, Ladakh Autonomous Hill Development Council, Sri Tashi Gailson ji, Board Chairman International Campaign for Tibet, Sri Richard Gere ji, all other dignitaries, Member of Parliaments, Member of Assemblies, and representatives from abroad present on this auspicious occasion, all the media friends from India and abroad, all the Tibetan brothers and sisters, ladies and gentlemen. यह मेरे लिए बहुत हर्ष की बात है कि मैं दुनिया भर के लोगों के साथ परम पावन 14वें दलाई लामा को उनके 90वें जन्मदिन की बधाई दे रहा हूं और उनके स्वास्थ्य के लिए मंगल कामना करता हूं।
I would like to greet His Holiness on his 90th birthday, and I pray for your long life, for the future generation,
और अहिंसा के मार्ग पर चलने के लिए प्रेरित करते रहें।
May Your Holiness show the path of wisdom and compassion and non-violence and peace to the future generation. In the past, Siddhartha, a prince, did meditation and then became enlightened and became a Buddha. So he became an ocean of wisdom, and he shared his nectar with us. And Bihar has become the place from where Buddhism spread. And today, even today, the sound of Buddhism resonates in Bihar.
चिकित्सा, खगोल विज्ञान, व्याकरण और मेटाफिजिक्स रचा, बसा और पोषित हुआ. यह महायान और वज्रयान बौद्ध परंपराओं का केंद्र.
So the different sciences or different subjects, including Buddhism, have spread in India. Master Acharya, Dharmakirti, and so forth also spread the teaching of logic, and Buddhism spread to Tibet and Mongolia. The Nalanda tradition didn't spread in Tibet and other countries, but they kept it, preserved it, and they studied and also spread it further.
आपने इस विरासत को फिर से खोजने और पुनर्जीवित करने में सहायता की है. आज आप में हम उस प्राचीन भारतीय.
So this ancient Indian tradition has become alive today.
और यांत्रिक परिवर्तन के प्रति समर्पित हैं. परम पावन जी, आपने कई बार.
Your Holiness, you have taught many times, Nalanda tradition is not just religion, but it is a wisdom tradition. Because we use logic and reason.
शास्त्रों में कोई अंधविश्वास या निर्विवाद विश्वास नहीं है.
So the teachings are not blind faith, but everything is being scrutinized through reason and logic.
हमें अपनी समस्याओं के समाधान के लिए स्वयं के भीतर देखने तथा संतुष्टि और शांति की तलाश करने के लिए प्रेरित करती हैं. मुझे यह जानकर खुशी हो रही है.
I'm happy that Bihar state, to which I belong, there is, in order to spread the teaching of the Nalanda tradition, the Dalai Lama Center for Tibetan and Ancient Indian Tradition as a Wisdom is being established, which is a multidisciplinary institution which will not only give the opportunity to see you, Your Holiness, in Bodh Gaya, but it'll teach people the legacy of Your Holiness. Your message, may your message spread and remain, keep spreading in the world. On this 90th birthday of Your Holiness, I pay my respects to you and Tashi Delek.
Thank you. Tujichena. DJ la ari shungda minakha ne gui chunga thujen la phiwe chamdi lanye dwembyu da sigbu shugi
Next is the screening and reading of birthday messages from U.S. State Department and former presidents of United States and current president of Taiwan. Thongma dela arichisi lekungi yagada dugi ledon togi tungche lero shumbacham Bethany Morrison lagi arichisi lekungi tagdam hanye dumbishugu. I request Bethany Morrison, Deputy Assistant Secretary of State for India and Bhutan, to read out the statement from U.S. Department of State.
Thank you. It's an honor to be with you today. I have a statement from Secretary of State Marco Rubio. The United States extends best wishes to His Holiness the Dalai Lama on his 90th birthday. His Holiness continues to inspire people by embodying a message of peace, unity, and compassion. The United States remains firmly committed to promoting respect for the human rights and fundamental freedoms of the Tibetan people. We respect efforts to preserve Tibetans' distinct linguistic, cultural, and religious heritage, including their ability to freely choose and venerate religious leaders without interference. Thank you.
Thank you, Bethany. DJ la ari shungi sinzi surba kushab Bill Clinton tang kushab George W. Bush kushab Barack Obama chegi tsamdi nyembar sigbushugi. Next, we will screen the birthday video messages from 3 of the former presidents of the United States, the 42nd President Bill Clinton, the 43rd President George W. Bush, and the 44th President Barack Obama.
Your Holiness, Hillary and I are honored to join with your countless admirers all around the world in wishing you a very happy 90th birthday. Throughout your life, you've been one of our world's greatest voices for peace, for dialogue, for understanding. And through your teaching and your examples, you have inspired millions to follow in your footsteps. In a time when we see the forces of division tearing at the fabric of our common humanity, we need your wisdom more than ever to remind us that what we share is more important than our interesting differences. As you celebrate this special milestone, I want to thank you for your friendship. I remember vividly every encounter we've ever shared, and I treasure them all. And I'm grateful for your enduring efforts to build a better, kinder, more compassionate world. Happy birthday, and many, many more.
Happy 90th birthday to my friend, the Dalai Lama. Your Holiness, the world is a troubled place, and we need your spirit of kindness and compassion and love more than ever. Thank you for the example you set. Here's hoping for many more happy birthdays.
I want to wish a very happy birthday to the youngest 90-year-old I know, my dear friend, His Holiness, the Dalai Lama. It is humbling to realize that you've been a leader on the world stage for longer than I've been alive. You've shown generations what it means to practice compassion and speak up for freedom and dignity. Not bad for someone who describes himself as a simple Buddhist monk. Happy birthday, Your Holiness. Thank you for your friendship, for your example, and for everything you've done for the cause of human rights around the world. Here's to many more.
Allow me to read the written birthday message from Lai Ching-tai, the President of Taiwan. His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama, Office of His Holiness the Dalai Lama, July 6, 2025. Your Holiness, on behalf of the government and people of Taiwan, I extend our heartfelt best wishes for your well-being, good health, and happiness on the occasion of your 90th birthday. We are deeply appreciative of your lifelong commitment to compassion and humanitarian values, spiritual support for Buddhist communities, and profound inspiration for the Tibetan people and the world. Your unwavering devotion resonates with all who cherish freedom, democracy, and respect for human rights, values that the people of Taiwan hold dear. In the face of regional and global challenges, we remain committed to fostering a peaceful and sustainable future for the next generations based upon understanding, dialogue, and wisdom. May this auspicious occasion be filled with joy, and may your holiness continue to illuminate the world with the light of wisdom and compassion. We wish you continued good health, happiness, and fulfillment in the year ahead. Sincerely, Lai Ching-te, President, Republic of China, Taiwan. Thank you. Tushena, DJ Laya, Tente Chunche, Kui Tunga Gi Ngarse Dembuta, Hindi ta Ingi Gi Gewe Kodun Joshi Luya Yindoshugu, Yaga Gi Sheba Taje, Mohit Johan Ta, Bidishi Sen Nigi, Netibe, Lushedi, Bulam Shugui. We will now have the cake cutting ceremony and presentation of Godun theme song in Hindi and English languages, led by famous singers Mohit Chauhan and Bidishi Sen.
A very, very happy birthday to you, His Holiness Dalai Lama Ji. We are blessed. And it's an honor and a privilege to be here.
This is mentioning the four major commitments of His Holiness the Dalai Lama: promotion of secular ethics or compassion, human values, common human values, and then religious harmony. The universal holy mind, Your Holiness the Dalai Lama. The universal holy mind, Your Holiness the Dalai Lama.
मधुर मृदु मुस्कान भक्त जन का करे चिर कल्याण ज्ञान की जाती रहे ये जोत सतत करुण का रहे ये सो धर्म संस्कृति देश का नायक परम पवन दलाई लामा विश्वमान भवन विश्वमान भवन परम पवन दलाई लामा विश्वमान भवन विश्वमान भवन परम पवन दलाई लामा बुद्धं शरणं गच्छामि धर्मं शरणं गच्छामि संघं शरणं गच्छामि.
Dichelia pande sigyon chogi gyaga gi silu modi chogi chamti nawashi nyindu shure.
Sikyong will read the Prime Minister Narendra Modi's message on this occasion.
This is the message from Prime Minister Narendra Modi ji. I join 1.4 billion Indians in extending our warmest wishes to His Holiness the Dalai Lama on his 90th birthday. He has been an enduring symbol of love, compassion, patience, and moral discipline. His message has inspired respect and admiration across all faiths. We pray for his continued good health and long life.
Tushena gong sigyon cho DJ la gyari gyuze wa chakjin train women ne gyari deden jeju wanam gi kusap shude chino konsekem goy chimbu cho la kui tungar suwe chöden gi yipsu pöge insumna mönsi kwebe gyuze gi sogo chagda bilam shugi. A renowned Chinese artist Chen Weiming will offer an art piece to His Holiness the 14th Dalai Lama.
There's an ancient wisdom that you have spoken for truths that can never be broken. Whatsoever true. say, have a happy birthday. I see you, you see me, tell me your story. I see you, you see me, all of your glory. I see you see me, bring us in harmony. I see you see me, wish you happy birthday, wish you happy birthday.
Tushena. Dijelia pende choju choki jino khonsege mgunchi mujogi zenam inyi tola chadebiyabdi unjenangyu. I request Honorable Speaker to release a biography of His Holiness the Great 14th Dalai Lama. Sigyon choki pimi tikzu ki leje ledun sengtuen number da shablo nishu tsanga khorke number sengda bugyu. I request Honorable Sikyong to present the Service Excellent Award to 2 best performing staff of the Central Tibetan Administration and award 3 staff who have completed their 25 years of service to the Central Tibetan Administration. Pimi tikzu ki chilu nidon nishu tsabshi le genzin dezin kone leje ledun sengtuen sengda topgen sishuwa tsang yangzula. Tsang yangzula tada chungshun lero genirim to men par pendelingi sanne gonzingi sishuwa tumure.
Tsang Yangzul is currently the Tibetan chief representative in Menpat Tibetan settlement.
Dinzi sidubla tada ledung nerim to chidi lekungsu sishu tumure.
So Tenzin Sirring is currently serving in the Religion and Culture Department of CTA. And then Namgyal Sawang from DIIR, Department of Information, and Nyemat Sirring from Security Department, and Namgyal Sirring. They have completed 25 years of service in the CTA.
Tushena, DJ Laya, Pende Sigong Chene, Kundun Namlaya, Kodun Tendengi Chada Bugyu. I request Honorable Sikyong to present mementos to the guests. Chino Hoskem going to Bucho, Podalia, Chigu Gangre, Kaptu Kunju number the Mima number Mutune, Rane Sushu.
As His Holiness leaves the venue, everyone else is requested to stay where they are.
The guests and the general public to kindly be seated for the continued programs.
Kevin Godu Zebu Shube Geji Guze Wanam Gi Rikshung Tabdun di Rimshi Tada Gozu Narona. I request the cultural dance troupes invited from across the world to begin their performances. We will begin the performances as His Holiness departs from his residence.
Comes to an end. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you. 生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐，祝你生日快乐。Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday to you.
Tanda seta shue jila churi gi chuzo la pep gengi kunjue namba chonor sanga la ya nyingung suci ta chen kunjue namba surya jongkang la shela du tana shin mimang ching da loptu namba la shela di zula kang gi sungjue rawe na la tati shudu. The lunch for the attendees of Churik 15th Religious Conference will be served at Chonor. Other guests are requested to proceed to Surya Hotel for lunch. All general public will be served lunch in the temple courtyard. Zerim Mutunikai, the program will continue with performances.
Scott, ja, Ding, ja, bitte. Bitte, bitte. Ich sag, was ist denn das?
Tungani Rishu Shena Sikwi Shugu Lirim Shamse Tangbu Dilaya Tewe Tongsum Tashi Royan Sokbane Chuin Chesh Maplam Shugu.
In continuation of today's culture program, we now have a performance by Jing Qin Sang Qin team from Taiwan. They will present a piece titled Radiant 90